explosive stunts, wall-shaking shootouts, and pulse-pounding chases. These 10 under-the-radar action movies crank the adrenaline to 11 and refuse to let up. Strap in and feel your heart rate skyrocket as we count down the top 10 hidden explosive action movies that deliver non-stop chaos from the first frame to the last. Finland forges a new dark hero legend in this relentless revenge ride. A quiet family man loses everything after a crooked pharmaceutical empire's miracle vaccine kills his wife and child. Grief mutates into fury as he welds a black mask and scrap metal armor, reborn as a silent avenger who haunts rain-soaked streets like a living shadow. Night after night, he ambushes convoy trucks, torches labs, and dismantles gun-toting henchmen with bone-snapping martial arts. The Syndicate responds with machete squads, flamethrower bikes, and a rooftop showdown that sets the sky ablaze. Brutal fights, neo-noir visuals, and graphic novel-style power. This 105-minute adrenaline blast, daring corruption to bleed and promising viewers a savage, cathartic rush.
This is what I do.
Visiting hours are never.
In a riot ravaged Los Angeles of 2028, a secret hospital for criminals operates inside an old hotel. It's called Hotel Artemis, and its rules are strict: no guns, no cops, and absolutely no killing other patients. But when a gang of wounded thieves arrives after a failed heist, carrying something they shouldn't, everything spirals out of control. With violent guests, power outages, and a crime lord heading in for emergency treatment, the night turns into a brutal fight for survival. The nurse running the place must hold the chaos together as the safe haven crumbles. Gritty, tense, and filled with stylish action, this thriller traps you in a bloody showdown where loyalty, fades, and survival is the only rule that matters. He was just a security expert hired to protect a high-stakes bidding event until everything went up in flames. Suddenly framed for a crime he didn't commit, he's forced to go on the run. Now, hunted by enemies and betrayed by the system, he must fight back using only his skills, his instincts, and a plan so bold it flips the game on its head. With explosions, brutal hand-to-hand combat, and a relentless pace, this film pulls you into a deadly web of corruption, espionage, and corporate warfare. Every move is a trap. Every ally might be a traitor. If you're into edge-of-your-seat action with a revenge twist, this one delivers the kind of wild counterattack you won't forget. A former bodyguard turned nightclub bouncer is just trying to raise his daughter and stay off the radar. But after a violent incident at work, he loses his job and risks losing custody. To keep his child, he's forced into a dangerous undercover mission for the police. Infiltrate a violent gang linked to a counterfeit money operation. What follows is a tense descent into a world of criminals, betrayals, and brutal action. With every step deeper into the underworld, the line between right and wrong blurs. The mission gets bloodier, the stakes rise higher, and failure means losing everything. Packed with gritty fight scenes, high-stakes choices, and emotional intensity, this film hits hard from the first minute to the last.
You understand what happens when you don't help me?
Jacob!
Find me a way back in.
A freshly paroled ex-sociopath, trying to stay on the right path with medication, heads to a remote island for his brother's funeral. But peace is shattered when a ruthless mercenary group attacks the isolated lodge, searching for a hidden fortune his brother left behind. Cut off from the outside world by stormy weather and blocked communications, he's trapped in a deadly game of survival. With an FBI agent monitoring him and a persistent US Marshal closing in, he must confront his violent past and unleash his lethal skills to protect himself and uncover the truth. Dangerous blends intense action and psychological tension, turning a funeral into a high-stakes fight for redemption where every move could be fatal.
You went rogue. I wasn't gonna bury any more Joes.
Something else is going on here.
Get out of there now.
In G.I. Joe Retaliation, the elite G.I. Joe team faces their darkest hour after a catastrophic attack leaves them betrayed and hunted by their own government. Framed for crimes they didn't commit, the Joes must go off the grid to clear their names and stop a sinister plot threatening global destruction. The villainous Cobra Commander is back, orchestrating chaos with deadly weapons and ruthless tactics. Packed with explosive action, high-speed chases, and intense combat scenes, the film delivers non-stop thrills. As the team fights to expose the truth and save the world, alliances are tested and heroes rise. This sequel cranks up the stakes and the action, making it a must-watch for fans of fast-paced military thrillers.
Here we go.
John Wick Chapter 3. Parabellum throws you into non-stop action from the very first scene. After being declared excommunicado for breaking the rules, John is hunted by every assassin worldwide, with a massive bounty on his head. Desperate and alone, he battles through iconic fight sequences and stunning set pieces while trying to find a way to survive the relentless pursuit. Along the way, he calls on old allies and navigates the deadly underworld's complex rules. This installment amps up the stakes with bigger battles, jaw-dropping choreography, and stylish visuals. If you're a fan of gritty, high-octane thrillers with a determined anti-hero fighting impossible odds, this movie delivers an intense and gripping ride from start to finish.
I'm vengeance.
The Batman takes you deep into Gotham's dark underworld with a fresh, intense take on the legendary hero. Early in his career, Batman hunts a sadistic killer, leaving cryptic clues that expose corruption at the highest levels of the city. The story unfolds like a gripping crime thriller, packed with suspense and mystery as Batman unravels the web of deceit. This version strips away the usual superhero flash and focuses on gritty detective work, intense action, and psychological depth. The villain's twisted games push Batman to his limits, making every revelation more shocking. If you love dark, atmospheric thrillers with smart storytelling and a brooding hero battling inner demons, the Batman delivers non-stop tension and a fresh, captivating look at Gotham's shadows.
Have to kill me! Help!
Where is he?
A legendary thief is released from prison and dives straight into one final, outrageous heist. But this isn't just any job. It's a high-tech, high-stakes mission to steal priceless treasures across Europe. He assembles a crew, a genius hacker, and a fearless pickpocket. Together they plan a robbery so bold it targets a billionaire's private collection in a heavily guarded castle. But while they play the game of shadows, a relentless detective is always just one step behind. From sleek cities to old-world mansions, betrayal is around every corner. Explosions, double crosses, and mind-blowing tech fill every scene. If you love heist movies with style, twists, and exotic locations, this one feels like a global roller coaster you won't want to get off.
Or the ghost doesn't just walk away.
True Memoirs of an International Assassin is a wild action comedy that throws a writer into a deadly game he never signed up for. After publishing a fictional book about being an assassin, a dangerous cartel mistakes him for the real deal. Suddenly, He's on the run, dodging real killers while trying to prove he's just an ordinary guy. The story blends fast-paced action with sharp humor, as the writer uses his creativity to survive intense shootouts, chases, and unexpected betrayals. It's a fun mix of suspense and laughs, with twists that keep you guessing. Perfect for anyone who loves action with a comedic twist, this movie delivers non-stop entertainment from start to finish.